you can now start to comment on episodes directly within the Spotify mobile app. What up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You're listening to Clipped. I'm Eric, your host, and Clipped brings you the tips, resources, and people to help you become a better content creator. And in this episode, I've got a little news nook for you, diving into a new feature that Spotify just released. They're rolling out something called comments. And you guessed it, you can now start to comment on episodes directly within the Spotify mobile app. What do you think of that? Would you comment on an episode that you like? Would you troll? Would you say something that like sparks a dialogue, something funny? If you genuinely liked the episode and the show, would you comment? I don't know. But regardless, I think there are people that will, and this means more engagement and interaction with your audience. And so I think that's just like a cool way to connect with listeners, and like as a listener to connect with other listeners, or as a host to connect with your audience. That's kind of cool because it's like, I'm relating it to social media, although I don't know that that's what it is. But like, I think it is going to help create community. It might take a while to catch on. But here's some things you need to know. And I just wanted to share this to like spread the word and the news. If you follow any podcast publications, you might already know this. But if you don't, you heard it here first, guys. So it's my understanding that this is just within the mobile app. It does say you have to have like the most recently updated version of the Spotify app. But here's something. I actually opened my Spotify app. Don't know if I'm on the newest version. I'll have to check. But I didn't see this feature. And so I know this is like new news and that it is rolling out slowly. So maybe you have it already at the time of recording this and maybe you don't. But it is going to be rolling out soon if you don't already have it. And apparently leaving a comment is super easy. You listen to an episode, you scroll down to the comment section, you type in your thoughts, your comments, your jokes, and it can be done directly like on the episode page. So that's how you would do it as like a listener. As a host, to like view your comments and interact with them, you're actually going to log into your Spotify for Podcasters account. And if you didn't know, I have done an episode in the past on Spotify for Podcasters, and I will link to that in the show notes. But basically, if you have a podcast and it's on Spotify, you automatically have a Spotify for Podcasters account. And this is where you can see like the back end of your analytics for Spotify. So as like a podcast host, you can see like male, female, who's listening, whether they streamed it, whether they downloaded it, and even more detailed like analytics and data. And within that app, you go to the left side. If you're watching this on video, I'm going to show you this right now. If not, when you log in, you'll go to the left, you'll click on comments, and you're going to see like comments that have been published. And then you can see comments that need a review. So I guess you can review them. Kind of like YouTube, like you can remove stuff if someone left some shit that you don't want like on there. Or like WordPress, if you have a blog and people comment, you can review and approve or unapprove. So I think that's cool. I guess there are like moderation and community guidelines that Spotify has set forth. Not going to get too much into that. It's like every other platform where like, things can get reported or flagged. But in any case, I think if you are a podcast host, you're going to want to check this out. And you might encourage your people to leave comments to kind of help build community and build engagement. But yeah, log into your account as a host, check out the comment section. And as a listener, log into your app and click on some episodes that you listen to, see if this feature is available. I currently do not have it. Like I said, but maybe you do. So check it out. And if it's of interest to you, leave a comment. I'm sure the host would be stoked. Like if people left comments on this show, I definitely would be stoked and I would reply. It's kind of like just the beginning. We're seeing like more and more features released by Spotify. Like they did a while ago release polls and Q&As. I did an episode on that as well, which I'll link to, where you can pose questions that people could answer within the app. Or a poll like, do you like X or do you like Y? And then people could vote. But I just think it's cool that it used to be like Apple was like the kingpin, but I feel like Spotify is just putting so much effort into creating community and new features and really on the forefront of like what podcasting can be. So I think that's rad. But that's really it, guys. Wanted to drop this on you. Spotify has released comments and we're going to see where that goes. And I'm sure it's going to continue to develop with even cooler features in the future. And so I pose this: would you leave a comment as a listener? And as a host, would you be stoked if people left comments, whether good or bad? Feel free to share your thoughts, share your opinions. And I would be stoked. And I'm sure another host would be stoked if you left some comments on their account. That's it for me, guys. And as always, if you want more information about what I do, head on over to thepodcasthaven.com. Check out the blog. We're writing about podcast service providers, growth tips, marketing tips, what equipment to use, how to get your show on YouTube, how to optimize for YouTube. Really, everything is aimed to give you the tips and resources you need to become a better content creator, to grow your show, maybe make a little bit of dough. That's thepodcasthaven.com/blog, and holler at me. There's also a contact form on the homepage. Happy to chat. And until next time, guys, keep listening, keep engaging, keep creating. I'm out.